Hey guys, as I was looking through some of your homework, it looked like we were confused on number 2 and the correct problems here if you would like. Um, you can also look forward to Emma. She'll probably come up with her own video explaining this with the correct solutions also. So let's go through number 2 really quickly for those of you that had trouble with it. If you didn't, don't worry. You could just fast forward if you had trouble with 6 only. So we have a rectangular picture here, and so that's this one right here. And if Kayla was doing this, she would draw a really nice cat, but I'm not very good at that drawing, so I don't know what this is. It's a cross between a bird and a monkey. So there you go. There's our picture. The picture is 12 by 30. So I marked the smaller 12 and the bigger 30. And then it's mounted on a 2 centimeter wide frame. So I added that 2 centimeters to each side of that. So in order to find the area of just the frame only, we need to figure out what is the area of just the picture, and then what's the area of the entire. And so what I mean by that is this big rectangle. And so once I figure out just the picture and the entire rectangle, then all I have to do is subtract them. So hopefully you figured that out. So what I've done is figured out each area. Hopefully you did that too. And I got 360 for the area of the picture only, so that was the 12 times the 30. And then I figured out the area of the entire with the frame. And so that came up with 16. I got 16 because it was originally 12. And then there was this 2 added up above and this 2 added below. So 2 plus 12 plus 2, I believe, is 16. And then the 34 came from the original 30. And then again, the 2 on each to the left and to the right. So that should be 34. So 16 times 34 gave us 544. And now again, if I just want the area of the frame only, I take the entire minus the picture, and I get 184 centimeters squared. Hopefully that helped. Number 6, Emma, you can verify that all right, number 6, the area of the rectangle is between 83 and 124. And so when you see the word between, that means that it's an inequality, that there's a smallest and there's a largest value, and it can't go above or below that. It has to be in the middle of those two. So since the area of the rectangle is smallest 83, biggest 124, our inequality has to represent that. So because 83 is the smallest, we're going to use the less than, because it can't go any smaller than that, and then it can't go any greater than 124. And so when you're doing these between problems, you want your inequality symbols to face the same direction. In the between these two is the actual area, and so the area would be the base or the height, however you want to call it, length times width, whatever you want to call it, and then we're going to simplify this. So there I distributed, and there's my inequality so far, and now I'm going to solve it. So when I'm solving, again, these inequalities where we're between, it's kind of like there's one inequality on the left and one inequality on the right, but the way that we solve for x does not change. So we're still going to want to get x alone, and x is in the middle here. So we're just going to kind of focus on what is with that x. And the first thing that I see is this 32, so I'm going to subtract away 32. Now because I have an inequality on the right, I'm going to subtract 32 from that. And because I have an inequality on the left, I'm going to subtract 32 from that also. So 124 minus 32 will give us 92. We have 40x in the middle. And let's see, 83 minus 32 is 51. And so again, we're going to focus on x, whereas x is in the middle. So how do I get x by itself? The same way we would in any other inequality. Divide by 40. Becomes x in the middle, 1x in the middle. I divide 92 by 40, and I divide 51 by 40. Again, it's because I have two separate inequalities here, but the way that I'm solving for x is no different than any other problem. So 92 divided by 40 is going to be 2.3. That's the biggest value that x could be. And then 51 divided by 40, the smallest value x could be is 1.275. So I hope this helped. I hope you found this to be useful, and I will continue to work on my drawing skills while we're on quarantine, and hopefully by the time I see you, I can draw a better cat monkey. Have a great day, guys. Let me know if you need anything else. Bye-bye.